We all like to listen to music, and living in this new age of technology, we have more options than ever to listen to music. I'm going to go over two options that I particularly like: Google Play Music and Spotify. Currently, my main driver is Spotify. I'll open it up so you can see what it looks like. You can see your music, songs, because you can basically add songs to your main song list or make different playlists. So I have like a playlist, or this is like sort of a hype playlist, or you can just add music to your main playlist. You can do this when you're like going through a playlist. Like, let's just say we go to this one, you press the little plus symbol, that'll add it to your main songs area, so you can see the songs I just selected there. I'm gonna delete those because I've never listened to those. And I think the thing I like most about Spotify is how well organized it is. It really gives you a way to sort your music that I really enjoy. It's very straightforward. The interface is beautiful, and it has pretty good sound quality. Of course, it's not the best out there ever, but there's very few services that provide perfect sound quality, even though nothing is really perfect. And from there, let's just look at Google Play real quick. This is the basic interface you see here. This isn't my normal Google Play Music account. I have a free trial of Google Play All Access Music on here, so I just wanted to show that in the video. But you can see my library. It's sorted slightly differently. It's sort of similar to how Spotify has it, but sort of different. I like how on Spotify you can sort by when the song was added. There may be a way to do this in Google Music that I'm oblivious to, but I could be wrong. I just like that better in Spotify because I often find myself listening to songs I've added more recently more than maybe what's down in the list. But it's nice for me to go through because depending on what sort of mood I'm in, my musical taste will change. I'm not so sure about Google Play Music is that they don't have a desktop app. They have apps on the mobile devices like iOS or Android, but they don't really have a desktop app you can use to just listen to music. I think Spotify has the desktop app down. They have a wonderful interface. But Google Play Music and Spotify just have about just as good of a selection. Occasionally there will be a song that Google Play Music has that Spotify doesn't, or Spotify has that Google Play Music doesn't, but they're all pretty equal. I can search up just about anything. I noticed that for some artists, like Google Play Music has a slightly different selection. Like, let's search up Watsky here. I noticed that on Google Play Music sometimes there are some sort of album difficulties. Like, Google Play does not even have, Spotify does not even have Watsky's first mixtape, which Google Play does. Well, not his first mixtape, one of his first. But I noticed that Google Play mixed some tracks up here. Some of these are from different mixtape or whatnot. And Spotify, you don't really have much of that issue. All of their music is pretty well sorted out. And again, Google Play is for the most part, but I've ran into things like this where music is not in the proper album from time to time. Not too often, so I wouldn't worry about that really. But it's just sort of interesting, the selection that one service has over the other and the differences. But for the most part, their music libraries, you can find pretty much the same thing. Oh, this is another thing you can sort of see. There's several duplicates. I suppose this is because this is the non-explicit version, but I've noticed this across that there are lots of duplicates on Google Play. And this is especially true if you import your music library. If it doesn't like sync up properly, you'll notice there'll be like duplicate albums, and that sort of annoys me. Spotify is just nice. It's just the library is just there. You don't really have to import anything. It syncs up very well for your local files, so if like I import some music, it'll sync up very well. And the Spotify, I've never had issues of duplicate showing up. And of course, Google Play and Spotify both have a radio feature. I never use the radio much on either, so I don't really know if I can speak much for it. I like Spotify's and Google Play's alright. Personally, I prefer Pandora's music selection. They seem to have a much better algorithm for recognizing musical taste, but I think both probably serve their purpose about fairly equally. Of course, you have your Explore section. Spotify has Browse, where you can just basically browse for top list or whatever, which is quite nice. I like Google Play's a little better, but they both serve their function. And I like Spotify's better in some ways too. Spotify's is much better for discovering taste or certain playlists, but they both serve the purpose. I think if you're going to choose ultimately, I'd say that both Spotify Premium and Google Play Music have their advantages and disadvantages. I'd give both a try, but I would say personally I prefer Spotify slightly more than Google Music. I've been using Spotify for years. For a while I wasn't using it, but I decided to use Spotify again. I've used Google Play Music for quite a while too. They both work well. Google Play Music works slightly better in the Android ecosystem, but the app pretty much works just as well on iOS as it does on Android. It's just more integrated on Android than it is on iOS, of course, but that's to be expected. They both work fairly reasonably. They both do the job. They both have a wonderful music selection. They both have fairly good audio quality, and that's about all I have to say. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more. You can check out all of our links in the description below, and I hope all of you have a good one. Peace out, guys.